Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. I'm going to give you a pretty thorough overview of the article here as opposed to read through it all. There is a link in the description. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. I will let you know this is a crazy story, a crazy case for a few different reasons. This happened in the United Kingdom. Essentially, an ex-prison officer, oh yeah, that's right, she's female. Is that going to be relevant? Yes. An ex-prison officer, 55-year-old Jane Archer, was convicted of breaking her lover out of jail. Her lover was a convicted murderer. His name, Stephen Archer. They're not related. In fact, she changed her name to his name. She changed her name to Archer, her surname, even though they're not married. But anyway, this woman broke out the convicted murderer from jail. They were both caught. She's gone through a trial in regards to her role in breaking out this convicted murderer from jail. She's been found guilty. And guess what her sentence is? That's right, she doesn't get to spend one single day in jail, despite having broken out a convicted murderer from prison. Can you believe that? Well, I can, because this happened in England, as I say. The actual jail in question was HMP Ranby, Her Majesty's Prison Ranby in England. I'm not quite sure where. Actually, HMP Sudbury. So she had picked him up outside of the prison. I don't know. It was an open prison. Apparently, these convicted murderers in England are allowed to walk outside of the gates of the prison. So she picked him up, took him back home, made him a nice cup of tea. Don't know what else they did. Can only imagine. Look, don't really want to imagine, to be honest. Made him a nice cup of tea, and then she drove him elsewhere. She took him to the coast, put him up in a hotel or something like that, and let him stay there for a few days. He called her and said, "Hey, love, yeah, I'll go back to prison now." And she picked him up. And apparently the intention was to take him back to prison after a few days in a hotel or a guest house or something along those lines. But they were caught by the police. And the woman lied. She made up some cock and bull story, apparently. It had nothing to do with her. She didn't know anything about it, about the plan to help this convicted murderer break out of jail. But, it was all lies. She was guilty of breaking out the convicted murderer, Stephen Archer. And, she was given a suspended sentence of 18 months. So apparently they've been in a relationship for some time. The article's a little confusing on that point. The convicted murderer says that the relationship didn't start until after she had left the prison service. But apparently they were together for 14 years. So I don't know. To me, that doesn't quite add up. But look, ultimately, the nuts and bolts of this story is that this woman here, Jane Archer, was a prison officer. She purposefully and knowingly broke out a convicted murderer from prison. She's been sentenced to not one single day in jail. That is utter craziness. How can the judges say that this is a serious case when they don't hand out a serious sentence, when the sentence is an absolute joke, an 18-month suspended sentence? If she doesn't do anything else wrong over the next 18 months, that's it. She's in the clear. So basically, she's in the clear. How the F does that work? Would that happen if she, Jane Archer, 55-year-old, wasn't a she? Would it be the same sentence if she was a bloke? If a bloke had broken out a convicted murderer from prison, Would they too also get a suspended sentence? I doubt it. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't suppose we can know these things for sure. But to me, this is just absolute craziness from the UK once more. The guy is a convicted murderer. Here's a question. Why the hell was he in an open prison anyway? Why do you have convicted murderers in open prisons, United Kingdom? What the F is going on with that? Why are you putting people on trial of what is purported to be serious crimes, breaking people out of jail, and then you give them a suspended sentence, judge? What the F is up with that? That is utter craziness. It makes a mockery of everything. So this murderer, Stephen Archer, in an open prison, what, he's just getting free board, at the taxpayer's expense. And then he gets picked up by his lover to take him on a few-day break every now and then. Absolute craziness, completely disrespectful to the victim of this scumbag, convicted murderer. The article doesn't tell us about his crime. It makes a mockery of the judicial system, the prison system. It's an absolute joke. So I guess I'm just going in circles at this point. I'm not really able to add anything more other than to express my complete and utter despair at the situation, at the English judicial system and prison system. It's pathetic. So I'm going to wrap things up here. If I've done a half decent job, perhaps I have, perhaps I haven't. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit, and take care.